Crypto, Thursday evening, November 4th. I'm going to try to have another quick show tonight. I'm about to share my stream, but tonight I'm just going to go over, we've got like 9 coin. I'm going to breeze over them. If we get some fun folks in the room, that's great. But definitely not going to make this a long show. Last night was the first time in a long time that my video was under 30 minutes. I think the videos sometimes are just too long. So right now, I'm going to definitely try to make this video under 20 minutes. We're going to go over some coin. Tomorrow will be a big show because it's Friday night. If I have the show tomorrow, which I'm sure I will, I actually plan on, and I will let you know this, I actually plan on releasing the list tomorrow, okay? The new November list, I do plan on releasing tomorrow. For those of you waiting for it, I've had at least 4 or 5 people contact me about it. And I just want this one, like, look, I've been making this list now for months. I just want the list to be worth it. You know, I wanted at least 20 securities. I have a solid 10. And I'd like to get to 20 this way. And by the way, I already got 2. So before I even got to send it out to anybody, and I have proof of the 2 that I got because I sent it to one of my partners. So I'm not like I'm just making up numbers. I don't know why I would do that anyway. But as proof, I sent the I think some of it, but I might have sent all of it to my my partners, and I was just like, guys, just check this out, just so it is something that you see and understand. So in case anybody was like, oh, you probably just made those numbers up, I got proof. We're going to go over, like I said, 910 coin. Yeah. And just wanted to say, welcome to the show. I am DeMarco. This is Conquering Crypto. I have a Twitter, DeMarco_Danny. I have a Trading View, Conquering Crypto, and I have a Venmo, which I had some people tip me on today. Guys, your tips mean a lot. I really do want to say thank you to everybody that tipped me today. Your tips, it means a lot to me, and it helps the show out, helps me out, and it helps me keep wanting to do the show to make sure this information you're getting is solid info. We're going to go over SHIB tonight as well, by the way, because I'm sure you guys want to go over SHIB. I get asked to do SHIB more than anything else, and you know what? I have no problem with that. SHIB I think is a pretty sweet coin now, and you know, is one of those things like Dogcoin, meme coin that's now turned into a mainstream coin. And that's cool. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that anyway, and if others do out there, well, that's tough for them. Let's go over some coins. So what I mentioned in yesterday's show, which I want to mention today, sometimes during the day, coin will do well, and then it'll do bad. But what happens is I'll look at a bubble map, and the beginning of the day, let's say like, you know, in the morning before noon, some coin will do really well or really bad. And what happens is throughout the day, the nighttime version of those same coins don't show up on the heat map because they change. So what I've been doing, and I definitely did a little bit of this tonight, is I made sure that I got some daytime coin and nighttime coin. This is something I'm doing from now on, so we can talk about all the little things and like new coin that might be available to you. Because I think I don't want to miss out. There's so much coin, like there's thousands of different coins, and it's hard to keep track. So I'm trying to make sure I'm getting into everything. Also, for those who in Conquering Crypto, I will be going over Jasmy. That became a thing recently. I had a member try to show me his TA, and I just wanted to help him out. I think he was tracking it too close. And I'm just going to go over that tonight. We'll check it out. First thing I want to check out tonight is Iotx. I have not looked at most of these. So the stuff I'm going over tonight, I've only looked at a couple of these, and the rest are brand new. I'm going over them new with you. I have never charted them. We can chart them together. That's the whole point. And let us first find Iotx. I had a member, James, he's a friend of mine, and I think this is something that he might have been trading. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. He mentioned this, I think, in one of the comments, I think sometime today. Anyway, let's chart it. This is Iotx. I have no idea how long this coin has been out. This is the first time I'm hearing about this coin today. Like I've never heard of IOTX, and it looks like Iotx. Cool. So let's chart it. Let's find out. Is it on an uptrend? Is it on a downtrend? You know how it goes on the show. To me, this looks like we are on a solid, definitely uptrend. I don't want to say that sideways. It certainly does look. I mean, no, that's definitely an uptrend. So right now, IOTX, I'll get this right. I own Texas. That's how I'll try and remember it. It looks like it had this tunnel going. Let's develop the tunnel. It looks like it had this tunnel going for a bit. I don't know what that could be. So I don't know exactly when the break was. I'm sure I could take the time and figure it out. But we're just going to go off of something simple for now because I got a lot that I want to go over tonight. So it looks like it was in this tunnel or something along those lines, long consolidation. And then I think it must have broken today or yesterday. So today's the 4th. Yesterday is when it broke. It definitely broke out of, yeah, so it broke out. The actual break itself was initially 93%, not bad. When my buddy mentioned this coin today, he had said that he was having difficulty actually tracking it, which, man, I know what that's like. SHIB has been giving me nothing but issues. So I know what tracking certain coin, man, can be difficult. Apparently this one was a little tough for him, but hopefully I think he still did well at the end of the day, if I remember. Hope he did anyway. Lewis, what's up, man? Yeah, this bad boy definitely jumped 93%. Not bad. I found this on with the bubble map this morning, and I was really curious because I was pretty sure, like I said, one of my members, James, a friend, he had mentioned it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about that coin, the IOTX, and then he was telling me he was having trouble trading it. So it looks like it was a really nice break. If we want to check the price actually from what happened from before the break, so it's up a good almost 200% is fair to say. Yeah. Lewis, if you are just joining us, welcome as always. I'm doing a quick show tonight because tomorrow I'm releasing the new November list and I want to do a bigger hour-long show tonight. So we're going to go over 9, maybe 10 coin, and we're going to call it a day. So we're doing this stuff quick. We are going on to coin number 2, but thank you for tuning in, bro. Always glad to have you. Our second coin started at 06. You started or the coin started? The coin, I guess you started at 06? No. Where am I? So it looks like it came out in August, but this is KuCoin, so this might not be exact. But I guess you got in around 6. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. But what does started at 06 mean? Does that mean when you got it, or does that mean when it started? What are you trying to tell me with started at 06? I get that. but what are you trying to tell me? Because it looks like it actually started at 12 or 14. That's where it started, if that's what you're saying. We're going to move on from that anyway. AMP. So AMP is the next thing we're going to look at. AMP, I think, did well again today. I think all I know is that I was able to nail this. So if you go into the Conquering Crypto Facebook, I made a post on TradingView saying that this would happen, and exactly what was planned happened. Now, it did not make it to my circle, but the circle is there is like, you know, something to keep as like an indicator. It's not exact. It's not made to be exact either. It's just there so we know that something big could be happening soon. That's the idea behind it. So, as we can see, boom, AMP had a huge break. Now, this initial break was pretty substantial. This initial break got 80%, not bad at all. It has now fallen. Now it's actually, if anybody out there is holding AMP, you might want to be careful. It's going back into the triangle. It's going back into this descending flat bottom triangle. So two ways you could look at it. you could rebuy. Okay, hopefully you got your profit already. So if I had this, I could rebuy if it goes back into the tunnel, because we might be seeing another explosion. You have to keep track of this stuff, and that's how you catch the breakouts. So we could see huge jump again. Not sure, but be careful. It looks like it's actually bouncing off of what was the previous descending trend line, the top trend. So beware with AMP. It did fall big time the way it looks. So definitely, if you plan on holding it for a long time, just watch it. That's all. Watch what it's doing. We're now gonna go over Ren. I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Rev. 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 This is another coin that I spotted this morning. And these little shows are going to be about pointing out some new coin that we can check out. Because the idea is we want to try to look at as many coin as possible. We want to try to find the winners. And even if the losers are doing bad, we want to know when those losers might turn into winners. So we want to try to find and talk about as much coin as possible. Now, again, I don't know a lot about REV, Rev. We're going to chart it a little bit. It looks like... So Rev came out. Ooh, Rev is old. Oh, let's look. Let's actually come along. Let's adventure together. Rev, otherwise known as Revane. Never heard of this coin. Came out in July of 2019. It started at 20 cents. It fell really bad in the coming months after that. And then it stayed around a penny to 2 pennies. Then it had a little bit of action, but right now it looks like it's having a little bit of action as well. This coin is REV. So from July, it looks like we are currently still on an uptrend. So Rev is still on an uptrend. That's good for the coin. I don't know what to make of this pattern. So we actually have two different patterns going on here that offer the same type of pattern with different lines. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So we've got this here, and then we've got this specifically down here. So we're going to use both. That's going to be our secondary. I don't think this looks like a triangle that's going to break out. This is probably going to continue with consolidation just because of how the setup is. This doesn't look like, in fact, it looks like we've probably got just another area that we can track down there. So we do have a triangle, but this doesn't feel like one of those ones that's going to be one of the crazy breakouts or anything like that. So that's Rev. It is on an uptrend. I guess today it went down. Yeah, so either it was up big earlier and dropped, but either way, it's one of those coins to me that's kind of new. I'm trying to get people onto new coins, check things out. This has been out for a couple years, but I've never heard of it. I haven't heard of so many different coin. There's just so many, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. If you go on CoinMarketCap, there's well over 1,000. So it's a lot to keep track of, and new coins are coming out all the time. I will be making my metrics video soon for those of you interested. Metrics is my favorite coin. Yeah, and we'll go over that when we get there. The next coin is called KDA. Kadena or Kadena. This mapping is on KuCoin. And look what we've got here. This actually, you find this a lot in coins. Look at this. Look at this massive fall. Holy wow. Man. So, KDA started all the way around 90 and then immediately fell. And it looks like it has been treading water for a long time. This is came out May, so this would have been in the past 6 months. Looks like, anyway. It might be sooner, but... And it looks like it's trying to spark a little life. This is actually could be interesting when stuff like this happens. When you notice these little bumps, when you go from nothing for a long time, and then this actually just happened to Jasmine. This is almost what Jasmine looks like. They're probably related. That's my guess. We've got a couple, actually. Just like Jasmine, this has two uptrends. We're going to mark this as two distinct uptrends. That's probably our main uptrend. Yes, it is. And then the secondary uptrend. This looks almost exactly like Jasmy. So there's definitely some kind of tie-in. I would imagine. Not 100% sure on that. KDA, it's still in an uptrend. There's not a whole lot going on with it, to be perfectly honest. It has gained, man, pretty decent, almost 1,200%, and this is going all the way back August, something like that. If you had it earlier than that, it might be more. Ooh, man, almost 2,000%, depending on when and where. It says you can get that on KuCoin, KDA, Kadena. You know what? Let's jump into Jasmy, just since we're in the space and talking about it. Jasmy, one of my newer members. Ooh, one of my newer members. Do you see how it fell immediately? Did nothing for a long time, and now it's getting interesting. And look at all the stuff that I've got. Let me get rid of some of the stuff I was trying to explain in the group the last couple days about technical analysis and how to read a chart incorrectly. Because all of the charts that I was given by my new member featured everything in the 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute. And he was actually trying to use the close area with trend lines. So he was trying to find trends essentially in the 5 minute. You can't do that. It's just, you've got things happening too quick. And in order to develop trends, you need to see things on the long span. It could take, days, weeks, months to form a trend. Usually doesn't happen in minutes and hours. It's just not how it works. So he definitely, I wanted to show him some new stuff. So what is Jasmy doing? Well, like I said earlier, it's very similar to the RKDA. It's just a simple uptrend. There's nothing crazy going on. We might be able to develop some support and resistance levels if we wanted. There's resistance, and this is just a rough. There's support. That's it. But it is still on an uptrend. This, until it breaks this line, Jasmy is still on an uptrend, meaning that you could buy, and as long as the trend line doesn't break, you will actually still be positive. Okay, you will still be in the positive. Jasmy, done. All right, everybody's favorite. Let's go to SHIB. I get asked for SHIB more than anything else, and just like when Dog took off back last year, everybody asked me about Dog every day. Now it's SHIB, so it's just funny kind of that it's changing from Dog to Dog, what's popular at the time. To me, it's funny. But anything that keeps people interested in coin and sees the potential and I love cryptocurrency. I think it's great. I love the idea of trading and investing, having your money work for you. So it's nice to get people interested in these financial things, and hopefully that people are doing well with it. I know a lot of people in my group are, and if you're not a part of Conquering Crypto, you should be. We also have a Discord, and I give out things like a prediction list, and we do contests and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so SHIB. SHIB is SHIB. What is happening? Okay. I'm going to say this. Okay, right off the bat. I'm going to say that, so I drew this up hours ago, today. See where it says that giant circle and it says possible major price action. The other notification says huge ascending flat bottom triangle. Well, let's take a look. Look at what we've got. Do you see this massive triangle here? Okay, flat bottom triangle right there. All right. I think that's going to be turn into something interesting. I think this could possibly be a huge bull break coming up. That's what this area here is. Okay. It's something to watch. If you are a holder, it does not mean that that's what's going to happen. It means that that should be an area that you have interest in. So today I said that if we bounce and go into consolidation, that's going to be a major area. What did we do? We bounced. Now we're in consolidation. So, hopefully I think that's what's going to happen. So the only bad news for now is not that SHIB is dropping or falling or whatever. The bad news now is it's not going to do much. It's not going to do much for like a bit, maybe a week. This circle is all the way from November 5th to November 11th. And I know everybody's so hungry to either buy or sell. Hey, DeMarco, do I buy? Oh, it's cheap right now. Do I buy? Oh my God. Do I sell right now? I get this all day long. So let me say, it's neither right now. This is consolidation. It's just boring old consolidation. If you made profit, if you sold from a while, or if you bought from a while back, now could be the time where you just you siphon off your profit. You cut maybe any losses that you got from 8800 level. Now's the time to think about that kind of thing, because we might be stuck here for just a little bit. But for you diamond hand holders, okay, for those of you that want to hold on, this could be a good thing, because I think, me personally, so if you were to say, DeMarco, what do you think is going to happen? This is totally speculation, but I think this is the type of pattern that we are going to see. Now, I don't know if I'll be right. Of course, that is the type of pattern I expect to see. I think we are going to bounce around on the inside of this now new descending flat bottom triangle. You understand? That's what this big triangle is. Flat bottom. It is also, I mean, okay, so it's not a perfect flat bottom, which means this could be a little iffy. The big problem I'm having is it could be a wedge. I'm sticking with what I'm saying for right now, because to me it makes the most sense, and it's the easiest I can track. But basically, I think price is going to bounce around this triangle, fire out, just take a rocket ship past the moon. I think that's going to be a really big deal. If it's not, say la vie, no big deal. It's okay. I'll probably, even if it just breaks out a little bit, I'll be there to trade it. But I think it is going to break out of this now formed flat bottom triangle. So that's SHIB. We're going to continue on. SHIB, done. I tell you what, while we're at it, we're going to do a quick bonus, being that now I've got more viewers. What's going on, everybody? How are we? Now that I've got more viewers, let's also go over dogs. So we just went over SHIB. For those of you that just joined us, welcome to SHIB. This is what I think will happen. I think price is going to bounce around the inside of this triangle here. Do you see how we formed this new triangle? And I put this up on TradingView and everything for those of you that want to see it. There's a very specific example of what I think will happen. I think we're going to bounce around right here up until this pressure cooker point and fire right back out to the moon. Don't know if it's going to happen. That's what I think. So let's do a bonus for everybody else, because we just got some people in the room. So we're going to do dog as well. Dog is also something that I'm constantly being asked to do, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Whatever coin you guys are interested in is what I will do for you. I'm here to try and help everybody learn. And man, I'm already at 22 minutes for this video, and I said I was going to keep it under 15. Whatever, doesn't matter. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh, the first thing I said when I started the video was, hey guys, how are you? I'm going to be keeping the video under 15 minutes tonight, okay? 23 minutes already. Okay, I guess, you know what? This stuff takes time. We're going to go for dog. All right, so in dog, we're in this nice new consolidation, okay? This consolidation goes all the way from 25.3 to 33.5. That's the area it's been stuck in. If you'll notice today, it also just bounced up just a little bit. So all it did is go from 25 to 26, but it stayed inside the consolidation tunnel. And if you're asking, well, why? Where is the consolidation tunnel? Just like I said, there's this area that it has to break out of. And the only way that's going to happen is if there's orders in one area or the other for big fills or big sells. Oh, Jen, my woman, how are you? Jennifer, we have a member in the room. How are you? I'm glad you just spoke up. I'm glad to see and hear from. And guess what? You want thoughts on Solana? You get whatever you want. We're going to go over SOL. How about we do that after dog? You got it. So for right now, and hi, by the way, I don't know who's been in here all night. I think I've got like 3 to 4 or 5 people. I don't know. But who's ever been in here all night, glad to have you. Thanks for sticking around. I know this stuff takes up a lot of time, and I'm sorry because I know your time is valuable, but I'm just doing the best I can to show you some different things. All right. So real quick, dog, stuck in consolidation. This consolidation is roughly 30% large, that's not too bad. I would say that's average. I've seen as big as 100, 150 sometimes, but it's just like boring old consolidation. There is nothing more interesting in trading. Things have to be developed with patience. I try to tell new members that I have no patience. I have no patience, none. I need everything to happen now, fast. That's how my brain works. And trading has taught me to chillax, because if you do not chillax with trading, you will not succeed, especially for scalping. Oh my, investing might be a little bit different. Scalping, if you do not have patience, you will lose. That's dog. So Jennifer, my dear friend, Jennifer also made us. Jennifer owns a bakery, and she made us a metrics cake. And if you ever want to see it, it is on my Twitter, DeMarco_Danny, and it is the most awesome baller AF metrics cake ever. It's so freaking cool. Anyway, let's go over Solana. Absolutely, man. So let me tell you, Solana has been crushing it. Now, I did put up a few different things for Solana, and you know what, Jennifer, or Jen, I should say, not Jennifer. I'm gonna call you Jen. Jen, I'm gonna put Sol on the list, on the major list, okay? And if you want, just like all Conquering Crypto members, I don't know if you're aware, just let me know what you want as a coin. Let me know if you want it tracked. If you want anything else tracked, SHIB will be on the list, and I want to get about 20 on the list. But if there's something you guys want, just tell me, just ask. I'll put it on there. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for anything you guys want. For members, if you want something tracked, I will give my opinion, and I will give it the best I can. So what is up with Solana? Solana is destroying it. First of all, this is my prediction. This is what a prediction looks like by me. So I develop the wedge, the triangle. Triangles are the perfect way to do predictions. But what I do is I develop like a triangle pattern path, like an A, B, C, D. You see the letters, and they form an area that shines light. Okay, it like literally points to a prediction area. I then draw a line to it, and that's usually how I get my predictions. Now, of course, it's more complicated than that, but Solana has been crushing it. So they reached a new all-time high yesterday. Okay, I had this wedge pattern, and it crushed the wedge pattern. So it got an all-time high yesterday and today. See that at the bottom, November 3rd, November 4th? Solana is absolutely killing it. If you are a Solana holder, continue to be a holder, because things are looking good with Solana. Now, the prediction I have, I will give this one away. I think it's on the new, I had this written down list. I already got two, as I had mentioned. Yes, so this, of course, is part of the new predictions, if we want to see that. So the new prediction, specifically, by the way, Jen, the new prediction is 264, and I believe that will happen before the end of November. So that is the prediction for Solana. So that's Solana, guys. We went over it. I want to go over Mana. Mana, Mask, and a few others have been killing it. Some have been hurting. We're going to check out. So Mana, look at all this craziness. We're going to get rid of this here. This is something that I used as a... Oh, I see a nice triangle pattern. All right, so Mana broke out down here. Do you see this down here? It broke out of this triangle formation that I had a while back. If you look, let's see. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I lost the... I lost my live view. You're welcome, Jen. I'm still here. You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure I got back into the room. Everything looks good. Okay, and you're absolutely welcome. So Mana broke out big time. Big time it broke out of this wedge pattern. I actually even have to go farther. So it broke out of this wedge pattern. You'll have to ignore all this. This is something I used for an infograph to show others how they can scalp triangles. But we drew this triangle. I drew this triangle I don't know how long ago, but look what happened. It broke out of the triangle right here. This happened on the 29th or 30th. probably the 29th. But what happened is immediately it jumped. This is one of the biggest, by the way. This is one of the biggest breaks out of a pattern I've ever seen. And that's no joke. 400% from the break. And if we go further, if you really wanted to split hairs, since January, so last year, it's up 5,700% right now. Woo, man. So if you've been holding mana for that long, you're doing well. Let's see what's going on with it now. Let's go in a little bit. I see a triangle, or at least something that might be. I might be wrong. It looks like a flat bottom triangle. Let's check it out. It might be more of a wedge, but you could still consider this a flat bottom triangle. Yeah, so to me, that's close enough that you could say it's a wedge. You could say it's a triangle, but it does have a little bit of a skew on the bottom. No big deal. That's not anything. Like I said, we're splitting hairs when we're doing these little movements in the patterns for now. But that's mana. It's doing really well. If you are a mana holder, just watch that you don't go back down into these levels, because it did have, like, it doesn't. I don't want it to. This is part of the meta stuff that just happened, but it burned so bright, and then it fell. So it burned, took off, and now it's back down. It's still doing great, still doing fantastic. But just be careful because it's already lost half of its initial break. So just, just watch out for that. That's all. No big deal. So that was mana. We got a few more we're going to check out since we're already over 30 minutes. LRC. I don't know if I've done this one before. Oh, yes, I did. Loop ring. Yes. I thought I had this on my list, but I must keep missing it. LRC. So check this out. LRC was in a major consolidation area for a long time. Check that out. It's on just a slight uptrend. If you're a loop ring holder, slight uptrend. But that's a lie. If you're a loop ring holder, you're probably doing pretty good. Check this out. So 300% break. That's another huge break. Man, there have been some just crazy breaks in crypto. It's been wild. And that's why so many people move to it. They see all these zeros. They see all these percents so high. And people are like, I have to get into that space. And all I say to newcomers is just be careful. Be careful with what you're doing. And if you've never traded before, I recommend you make what's called a paper trading account. So you get to use fake money, but you get to actually actively trade. So, take your fake Monopoly money, but place real orders. And you get to see how you would actually do. And I think it's a great way for you guys to practice before you actually, use your money, because things can happen. I had a member that lost $4,500 in 2 days in the past week. He lost he just started in crypto. He said he's only been in crypto for a couple months, and he lost that much. That was the end of it. 4,500 puts a bad taste in your mouth, but you know what? You got to be careful with this stuff. LRC, not too bad. We've got one more, guys. One more, and I would say that was a quick show, but I'm already over a half an hour. So when this gets uploaded in the next hour or two, if anybody wants to go over any of that other coin, they're all in there. We went over Iotx, ANT, Rev, KDA, Jasmy, Dog, SHIB, Mana, LRC, Solana, and now we're going over Sand. This is the last one because we're already over. We are already over half an hour. So Sand, I guess, fell. That's probably why. See how it fell here? So that's probably why it's on the list, because I got a notification that it was down. And yeah, so it's down 16%, but that's okay. It's in the same boat as Mana, which means it had a great breakout. Look at this, couple 100% breakout. And then now it fell a little bit. Now this is what didn't happen as bad as Mana. This only fell maybe a third of the way. So it's still holding on. Support is there, and it should continue the way it looks. This is the current small uptrend. I wouldn't trust it. That's just where, it's still on a nice uptrend, but I would not trust this uptrend. This is just something I have as a marker, but still on an uptrend. That's it. We went through 11. Man, I was only going to do 9 and it was only going to be a 15-minute video. And here we are a half an hour later. Thank you for joining me, guys. I was your host. My name is DeMarco. That was Conquering Crypto. Join our Facebook, absolutely for sure. That is my main area where I get to talk to members. That is Facebook, Conquering Crypto. I do have a Twitter, and DeMarco_Danny. I do have a Trading View, Conquering Crypto. That's where I post most of my newest charting ideas. But Facebook is really my primary spot. We do have a Discord. Everybody should join the Discord. A lot of our stuff is going there. We have people in there that deal NFTs, stocks. They deal with all kinds of different stuff. And if you are jumping there and you want to talk to them or the rest of us, Discord is a great place to do it. I also have a Venmo. People have been tipping me for all this information, and I just want to say thank you. The Venmo is Conquering Crypto. And even if you just want to toss me a buck for, saying thanks for teaching me about those trading lines or whatever, I don't care. But it helps out the channel. So if you guys want me to continue doing this, toss me a tip every once in a while. It won't hurt. Especially, this is info that usually you have to pay for. But I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I'll have a premium type version coming out in the coming months. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoy your Thursday. I do plan on releasing my new November list tomorrow, by the way. It's a big deal for me because I've really been working on it. So maybe tomorrow night we'll do a nice long show. I'll incorporate the list and we can take a look at maybe some stuff on the list. So maybe you might want to, look at the list and use it to your advantage. That's what it's there for. But thank you for coming out tonight, guys. I had a couple of people in the room all night long. I really appreciate you watching. And I hope you learned a little bit of something. I hope you learned about a new coin. But that's it for me for tonight, guys. Take care and you have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. That was Conquering Crypto. Tomorrow, new list. Boom. November list. Join me.